Hey YouTube, only gonna make two videos today, and my second one is involving um, people are not in search for truth, whether it be biblical or anything else. I've been watching this Benghazi thing, and it's really partisan. The Democrats say the Republicans that this is a witch hunt. They need to be concerned about other things. The Republicans are saying that the Democrats are just carrying the water for Barack Obama because they did all these things and they're hiding all this stuff. They went down and they killed him. They believe something sinister is going on in the whole thing. Now, I'm not going to debate Benghazi with people. I got my own feelings about what happened in Benghazi and the whole thing, and about our government, itself. But I'm using Benghazi to state a point. When the Democrats, or even when I'm talking to some of my friends, again, I'm a libertarian. Just to be clear, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a progressive. I'm not a Democrat. But when I hear their arguments, they never argue right and wrong. If Barack Obama does something like drones, if he takes away our civil liberties, if he does anything, if he lies, you know what the Democrats say? Where was the outrage with you Republicans when Bush did it? As if two wrongs make a right. Now, three rights do make a left, but two wrongs don't make a right. So they're not even in search of the truth. That lets you know this is a joke. And it always has been. And our government is indicative of us. When I talk to my friends or when I talk to people that I know, they don't really, and I'm not talking about all my friends, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about some people I speak to. They don't even think about what is right and what is wrong, whether it be moral or otherwise. They rarely ever talk about what is right and wrong. They only talk about what other people are doing. When my son drives through this neighborhood I live in, it's predominantly white. And I just believe, as a black man, I just believe this. I'm an ex-police officer, ex-military. That doesn't make me the authority on it, but I'll just tell you my experience. One thing I know that whenever you go to court here, the place where I live is about 80% white. When you go to court, it's about 90% black people that are in court. So you figure that one out. But anyway, when I tell my son, when he's driving through, I tell him to follow the rule. Now, easily, he could say to himself, hey, all these other people are driving through this town going 40 and 50 miles an hour, and they don't get stopped. You see, he would be using, just like other people would, they're using what happens to white folks or other people as the standard by which they do right or wrong. See, they never question right or wrong. They only question that other people are doing it. You see? So their standard is if other people are doing it. And so when you look at this Benghazi thing, the Democrats, and I believe that Barack Obama is a criminal, but he's not the only one. I think Bill Clinton, Dick Cheney, Wolfowitz, Karl Rove, John Kerry. The list goes on. Hillary Clinton, all of them are criminals and need to go to jail. In fact, most of our Congress need to go to jail, both Democrats and Republicans. I believe they all need to go to jail. But the fact of the matter is that they're not. And what American people don't like to really admit, that these people are products of America. They are a mirror of what Americans believe. And the only thing Americans believe is the facade. Now, again, I'm not talking about all Americans, because there are some people who are ready to embrace the truth. But most Americans, they do not. They want to live in a facade. They want to live in a dream world and believe that something is a certain way when in reality it's not. So they want to be lied to. I was watching the movie Iron Man, and there's this character in there called Loki, and he's got this scene where he had them all bowing down. He goes, well, "Isn't this your natural position?" And nothing. And I don't know if the writer or the guy who's a producer was trying to send this subliminal message, or maybe just a message right out. But it is so true. As much as we say that we want to be individuals, the powers that be, they look at the signals, and the signals tell us we want to be slaves. Because to be an individual means that you must be self-sufficient, and most Americans don't want to be self-sufficient. Go out and plant a garden. They're not going to do that. go out and you have to, find something to occupy your time. They're not going to do that. They're going to watch television. They're not going to do anything. You want to get that weight off of you, that extra 20, 30, 40, 100 pounds off of you? Exercise and cut your diet. Not going to do that. I want health care, though. I want to, and not only that, you're not going to tell me what to eat and what not to eat. See, that's how they think. You're not going to tell me what to eat, what not to eat. You're not going to tell me what to drive, not what to drive. You're not going to tell me anything. But when it's all said and done, when I'm unable to do it myself, oh, you're going to pay for it because this is a village. Now, I mean, that's just certifiably insane. But I just wanted to make this short video. And if you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, please tell me where you think that I'm wrong. But I always find it interesting that people never talk about, they never even get to the point about right and wrong. I watch C-SPAN a lot, and everyone that comes in it is so partisan. Now, a lot of the independents who happen to be libertarians, they seem to be different than the other people. I'm not saying that just because I'm a libertarian, but most libertarians that I meet are very thoughtful people, and they seem to be more intelligent than the average bear. Now, you can take offense to that or not. I don't care. But the fact is, Democrats and Republicans are very partisan. They what's the name? They stick to their guns and this, and I believe in Second Amendment. Now, don't get me wrong, but I'm just talking about ideologically. They stick to one side or the other. They, Democrats, progressive, they believe in social programs. They believe I am my brother's keeper. They believe in stealing money from one group of people and giving it to another. I mean, they believe in a lot of these social welfare plans. They think that black people, and I'm really surprised that black people are not more offended with the Democrats, because they're essentially saying that you're not smart enough to be able to compete with the rest of the ethnic groups. You're too dumb. We constantly have to give your money because you're too stupid. You're too dumb. You're ill-equipped. You just don't have it. And so since you don't have it, we're going to go and give you some money, and we're going to make things a lot easier for you because you're too stupid to be able to do it on your own. And black people, we don't like to admit this, but the fact is that that's just the truth. And I don't care what what a lot of black people say. They they can call me Uncle Tom, they can call me whatever they want. Actually, I wear that a badge of honor. But most people do not want to do things on their own. They don't want to be self-sufficient. And that's not just black people. That's all people. But black people here in America, they believe something that's totally false, and they still looking for their 40 acres and a mule. And the Mexicans and the Asians have come here, man, and they just gone about their business. They ain't looking for the white people's approval or anything. Black people, we still looking for the white man's approval. Everybody, all the other nationalities, they don't come here looking for the white man's approval. They come here and go about their business, man, start them businesses, and they deal with each other, man, and they gone and build wealth. But anyway, again, I digress. I'm just really want to talk about this topic about how people are really not in search of righteousness. They're not in search of right and wrong. They're only trying to they only gauge whether something is right or wrong based upon whether somebody else is getting it or not getting it. And that's just certifiably insane. Thanks a lot.